Welcome to Labor Vision, the at-home edition. I am your host, Autumn Guillotte, and with me today is Fatima Martin and Gilak Alvarez from the Institute for Labor Studies and Research. Fatima does Pathways to Education and Professions Director, and Gilak is the Pathways Enrollment Coordinator. I'm so excited to have you both on the show to talk about the TA training going through the Institute this year. And Fatima, could you sort of kick us off and give us some background here on the teacher assistant training program?
Sure. Thank you for the introduction, Autumn. So the TA program started in 2011. And we started the pathways to TA for English language learners in 2018, and it's been very successful and it grew a lot since. It is a RIDE-approved program, and also the curriculum is built on American Federation of Teachers Education Research and Dissemination best practices. So for the program is also supported by DLT, Department of Labor and Training, and much of the success of the program has to do with our partners. We have a lot of partners with school districts in Rhode Island, quite a few of them actually that we have MOUs with, but we work with all schools, all school districts throughout the state. And also CCAP, which is the Comprehensive Community Action Program. And pretty much that's our history of the program. I think that enrollment and employment is another key component of the program. We have someone who is the employment specialist, that's Andrea Cooper, and she really helps once the students have gone through the program and completed and have their certificates. We try to place them, employ them in school districts, and we have Andrea that does a fantastic job with that. Right. And the enrollment coordinator, who is Gilak Alvarez, who is here, and she can explain the intake process for that.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in and start before Gilak, you give us a little bit more on the enrollment process. But I'm just wondering, what are the typical people that are attracted to this program, and why do they go through the TA training?
Yes, so a lot from all walks of life. We do have a lot of individuals who are English language learners who come in through the program. And this is very interesting because we had opened that up to them in 2018, because we noticed that there were not there weren't any really English language learners in our program. And we thought, this is a missing piece here that schools could really benefit because of their language skills. So once they started coming in through the program, we noticed another thing, which was they were all coming in, most of them coming college degrees from their countries and countries from all over the world. And they were coming with degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees. Occasionally you get PhDs as well. So that's also indicating to us that these are individuals that are probably underemployed. And and this is sort of a pathway. So it's interesting pathways to TA. We don't know what path they're going to take after, but that became a very desired population for our school systems here in Rhode Island. They really could see the benefit of having these individuals in their classroom, not just from the linguistic point of view, but also cultural, and also bringing their academic skills. And so that really changed the game for us. And I think that's key to success for the program, but also to the school system that are benefiting from these individuals.
Fantastic. So you have folks who have a background in education, a background in specific areas of expertise like science and math or language and arts, coming from all over. Now they're in Rhode Island and they just need a little bit of certification and maybe some English language background in classes to be able to go and work in their field again, but in the United States.
Yes, exactly. That really opens up a lot of different directions that these folks can go. You know, they do, for the intake process that we have for our program, they do have to have a certain level of English as is, and also math skills. And that's true for everyone. And so they're already coming in with that ability to be able to communicate in several, you know, in their language and also English. So that really helps a lot. The next thing is that a lot of them who were teachers in their countries are expressing interest in becoming teachers here. And that sort of sets another precedence, right? That these are individuals that we can work with that probably could go into, you know, an institution here, a college here to, you know, get their equivalency here for their credentials in teaching. So that's really another area of interest for, you know, the school system, who are also, you know, struggling to have enough teachers in our classrooms.
Yeah, I mean, that's really fantastic. We are experiencing a teacher shortage in Rhode Island, and I know as well that multilingual learning has been a priority of the Department of Ed for many years now. And it's just a matter of getting the personnel to sort of meet the needs of all the multilingual learners in the state. So Gilak, now could you speak a little bit more to the enrollment process, please?
Sure, absolutely. So we have about 14 to 15 classes scheduled for the year. The classes are online classes, so it's a virtual training with live instruction. It's taught in small groups, about 14 to 15 students per class. Usually it's 14. The classes cover the role of the TA and also the health and safety component, which involves in the classroom. We also offer the Parapro Prep, which prepares them for their Parapro exam. And we offer this at no cost to them, and it's to those who qualify. So if they're unemployed, underemployed, young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 with barriers to employment, English language learners, residents of Providence, Central Falls, Pawtucket, and Woonsocket as well.
Cool. And so there are many ways for them to get in touch with you. They can go through the ILSR website.
Yes, there was just one more thing that I had to add to that.
Sure.
Which is that they would need a high school or a GED.
Yes.
Yes. So they would need that and pass an in-person pre-entrance exam of English and math. Yes.
Great. And so I skipped ahead of you a little bit because I was eager to get this information out.
Okay.
So folks can learn a little bit more by visiting the website at riilsr.org or calling the Institute at 401-463-9900. And I will, of course, as always, put the information down in the show notes so people can have that right in front of them. All right. Well, thank you both so much for coming on to Labor Vision. We're really excited to have you and to highlight this fantastic TA training program. You never have to miss a segment. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Labor Vision RI, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Labor Vision TV 1. And as always, you can find us at our website at laborvisionri.org. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Labor Vision. We appreciate your input and encourage your comments.